just south of you as well. All of these colors here showing possible rotation tracks as well, potential rotation that has occurred and is occurring right now as we speak, continuing to head a little bit more south and east as we continue to track this supercell once again. A little bit more rotation on that northern end as well, but of course the main threat's going to be in that beginning of this cell, and then of course middle end of it, wherever you are, even if you're not seeing any rain out in your area right now. If you are in this tornado warning, you have to treat it extremely serious out there. You want to make sure you get lowest level of your property, tornado shelter if you do have one, bathroom or a closet in the lowest level of your property, away from windows. You want to be away from your doors as well. You want to make sure you have your kids, your pets, everyone together. You have a cell phone ready with you as well. If you are in this tornado warning, you want to make sure you get in the safe spot as soon as you possibly can. Turn up your radio if you have one, TV on, so you could continue to listen to us, and of course keep track on your phone as well, because the phones now, technology-wise, of course, they do give you indications as well, the alarm sound, and of course, we are hearing some sirens that are going off as well. But as you can see, more of this rotation track, continuing that southerly trend, mainly a southeastern trend, right around 15-20 miles per hour. So this continues to pop up here on our radars and on the satellites. Of course, this tornado warning still in effect in this severe thunderstorm warning as well. Now we are looking at more flood areas just to the north, but more flooding will continue in these spots. Not quite looking at that flash flood potential is what we saw, a couple of hours ago with these mainly stationary supercells. These are moving a little bit faster out there as we speak right now. Now I'm going to click around, put on a little bit more of the hail core that we are continuing to see. Now, this is showing a little bit more of that hail core on that northern end. It is a little bit on the lower end. It's not showing up closer to Sharon, but of course Sharon saw a little bit of hail as well. Not seeing the biggest hail. We have seen much bigger hail out there earlier, into the evening hours as we've been tracking these severe thunderstorms and these tornado potential storms out there. Radar indicated tornado warning as well. Now, lots of moisture in there, right? All of this here is showing more of the heavy rainfall, those gusty winds, of course, and you're looking at that bigger hail potential, closer to that 1-inch size hail as of right now. Might get bigger, never know. Of course, this storm does have a lot of energy with this, and will continue to track a little bit more southeast. At least it has some speed. 15-20 miles per hour, heading a little bit more of that southeast trajectory. Mutual, you are right about to get hit with one of the strongest parts of the storm too, right? More of this continuing its south trajectory. Sharon, you're still in this as well, but you're slowly going to be more on that northern end of this thunderstorm. This, of course, extremely scary, the strong supercell that we are currently looking at right now, where a tornado warning has been issued. Radar indicated tornado warning as we speak right now. Now, this is the only tornado warning that has been issued right now. It is a bit more, of course, on the weaker end compared to what these other ones were producing. But of course, even if it is, smaller supercell, whatever the case is, we are still taking this extremely seriously. We are making sure we are in our lowest level of our property, and making sure we are continuing to, keep tabs on our cell phones, and of course keep tabs on radio, making sure everyone is safe and sound as well, making sure everyone is together in your tornado shelter, lowest level of your property, closet, bathroom. That is the best bet for you. Do not go outside. Do not start recording. I know, with technology nowadays, cell phones, this and that, everyone wants, to get stuff on video, on camera, start getting things recorded, but you do not want to do that. You want to make sure you're indoors, you're safe and sound. You do not want to risk anything. Better be, of course, safe than sorry out there. It is nighttime. It is nocturnal storms, which are even more deadly, or twice as deadly as storms during the day, just because we are looking at more of an overnight type of threat, where it is dark outside and we just can't see exactly where these funnel clouds potentially becoming tornadoes as they hit the ground. That is exactly what causes a tornado. Starts out as a funnel cloud. Once it reaches the ground, it is a tornado, and then a confirmed tornado when we do have a spotter or someone out in the field actually seeing this tornado on the ground, causing some damage out there. As of right now, it is a radar indicated tornado. We are looking at most of these locations seeing more of that heavier precipitation. Like I said, even on the outskirts of this tornado warning, we're still looking at a lot of severe potential, right? In the form of heavy rainfall, in the form of gusty winds out there, that smaller hail, still hail, but might be picking up in diameter as we continue to head deeper and deeper into these overnight hours. But radar indicated tornado still in effect right now till at least that 11 p.m. time frame. This is mainly for Woodward County, and then same story Dewey County as well, as this continues to head a little bit more south-southeast around that 15-20 mile per hour range. Richmond, you just saw your share of some showers and thunderstorms. You're not done with this just yet. All of this is continuing down south. Yes, you are out of that tornado warning as of right now. Things might change in the next few minutes, right? The storm might head a little bit more north. These warnings might get expanded a little bit more. As of right now, we are seeing this tornado warning in effect to right around that 11 p.m. time frame. Now, severe thunderstorm watches in this region are in effect to right around that midnight time frame, but these have been significantly overachieving out there for tonight into this evening and so far the last few hours. A lot of these radars were not picking up on a lot of this action for tonight, so a lot of these are overperforming. So I wouldn't be surprised if the severe thunderstorm watches get extended even longer past midnight or even more south, like they've been getting extended the last few hours, where only a couple of counties saw a severe thunderstorm watches till midnight, and now a lot more counties in our viewing area, mainly in the northwestern parts of the viewing area, are seeing severe thunderstorm watches. But severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning in this region here, wherever you see these red colors here, Mutual, you're pretty much in the middle of that right now. Sestos, you're about to start seeing more of that heavier rainfall, those gusty winds, and that tornado potential in your area very, very soon. Vici, you're going to be a little bit more on the outskirts of that. Still take this extremely serious right now. You are in this tornado warning. Go down to your lowest level of your property, your tornado shelter. Make sure you are all safe and sound. Better to be safe than sorry. I'm telling you, folks, even if it is, if you might be slightly out of the area of the tornado, right? Even if you're maybe somewhere here, you saw your fair share of severe weather out there for tonight. Flash flooding. Flood advisories have been also posted. Now, this might keep growing. It might actually keep extending as well as we continue to head deeper and deeper into the overnight hours. As of right now, does have a lot of energy associated with this as well. Most of it right about there, right? That's what we're looking at, where most of those gusty winds are. The heavy rainfall, potentially up to close to an inch per hour rainfall rates, maybe even more in a few locations, few isolated spots, potentially seeing a bit more, especially if you're right in the middle of that where the heaviest precipitation is right now. And then, of course, we are looking at the hail potential, not quite the biggest, but of course, this might continue to develop. The hail might just keep growing out there the next few minutes. We'll keep an eye on things with, of course, that National Weather Service updates continuing to come on in. As of right now, this is the only tornado warning we are seeing. Those the tornado warnings in the panhandle of Texas now dissipated, weakening out there. Still seeing severe thunderstorm warnings in that area, even into southern parts of Texas. We did see confirmed tornado warnings out there. Now things are starting to improve as we head into the overnight hours. Now this is pretty much the only tornado warning in the lower 48 that we are currently seeing. Wow, look at that. So the only tornado warning as of right now that we are seeing in the United States that the radar is indicating, the only tornado right now. Now, there might actually be more than one tornadoes in this vicinity right now, where this tornado warning is ongoing right now, headed closer to Sestos as well. Very, very soon it will be in your area. But there is an area of rotation that will stay mainly southwest of Mutual. So southwest of Mutual, right? So that's exactly where we're looking at, where the strongest potential might be. Exactly what I'm thinking right there, right? The beginning of the storm, once again, the beginning of that supercell, is where potential of that rotation is ongoing right now. Now, there is a flash flood warning in effect. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Actually, flash flood is more on that northern end, because this supercell is moving actually at a faster pace, much faster pace than what we've been experiencing with these supercells the last few hours, where it was stationary for a very long period of time. We're talking for maybe even an hour and a half, where it only moved around 20, 25, 30 miles. So this one moving a lot faster than that, right around 20 miles per hour, which is a good thing for us. Definitely something on the bright side, but not in the bright side anywhere in this vicinity of this tornado warning. You please want to make sure you are getting ready for any potential for some severe weather, right? Tornado warning in effect continuing till at least the next 7-8 minutes. Very, very soon. It might get extended even more depending on how the structure of this continues to look. As of right now, looks pretty good. Looks like, there is still a lot of energy associated with this as well. A lot of moisture as well. The ingredients are there. We are seeing a lot of this aloft. Once again, that rotation aloft up in the atmosphere continuing to stick around. Radars are indicating that, rotation continuing in the area, mainly just south and west of Mutual. That's where I would say the worst part is right now. But anywhere in here, you want to make sure you are prepared. Anywhere in this tornado warning, of course, you want to make sure you're prepared. But Sestos, next in line for you. Richmond, yes, you're a little bit more out of this tornado warning as of right now. It might actually get updated in the next few minutes where you are going to be in that, so we have to keep an eye on things. Lenora, right now you're seeing showers and thunderstorms for you, mainly non-severe for you, but all of this will continue a little bit more south and east at right around that 20-mile-per-hour range. So, of course, we want to make sure we're all ready and we are all prepared for whatever could transpire the next few days or the next few nights. Yep, exactly what I was thinking. These severe thunderstorm watches have continued to actually be extended, and now they have been actually posted here into our area till right around, let's see, that 4 a.m. time frame. So these thunderstorms have a lot of potential with them the next few hours. So exactly what I was thinking, what I was projecting, that these might actually get extended the next, the next few minutes, the next few hours or so, as the severe thunderstorm watches have been issued till right around, that 12 a.m. time frame. But as we could see, they are continuing to get extended right now as we continue to look at this right now. The newest update is showing these extending even more to the south, so these will update very, very shortly here, and these severe thunderstorm watches will continue to spread out a little bit more into our metro area, very, very soon. I did actually just get that update. This is a few seconds behind, so it's not quite showing up, that severe thunderstorm watch that has been extended, but it has been extended for our location here in the metro area till right around that 4 a.m. time frame, which is by the morning hours tomorrow. So we do have to make sure we are prepared. Oh, actually, there is another tornado warning that has actually been, so it's the same cell but just extended, exactly where I was just thinking right now. So we are looking at this tornado warning that is in effect till right around that 11:45 p.m. time frame, which is actually the next 50 minutes or so. So we are continuing to see a little bit more possibilities of some severe weather with this cell right here. As we continue to head into these overnight hours, we will continue to see a little bit more of that threat ongoing right now. But exactly like I was thinking, Richmond, you're seeing that tornado warning in effect for you as this continues to head a little bit more on that southeastern trajectory. So yes, like I was saying a few minutes ago, you were out of it. You might be like, okay, I was good, but no, that was not the case. Now it is extended more into your area. Sealing as well, you are in that as well. Taloga, you are in that once again. You are in that tornado warning right now as we speak. So a little bit of time before the main threat rolls in, but now is your time to prepare. There is some rotation possibility out there. Radar indicated rotation possibilities out there. Lenora, same story for you. You're seeing some showers and thunderstorms in your area right now at the moment, but you are about to start seeing a little bit more of that worse weather rolling on in. Look at all of this here. Now this ahead, a little bit more of a stronger thunderstorm, right? Ahead of this cell, the supercell that we are currently seeing this tornado warning with. Now, on top of the already rainfall that fell so far this evening into these overnight hours, these early overnight hours, we're looking at just additional rainfall on top of that. So flash flooding will possibly be a concern once again in this area. At least these cells are moving pretty quick, right? Not average-wise around that 35, 40 plus mile an hour range. These are moving closer to 20, 25 miles an hour. But at least these are starting to head somewhere, not like these supercells we saw a few hours ago where they didn't know what they want to do. They were just stationary in pretty much 1, 2, 3 locations for a couple of hours. At least these are moving at a pretty decent clip right now. Look at this rainfall. Ahead of the supercell, all these yellow, orange, red colors out there indicating more of that rainfall ahead of what the actual severe weather is rolling on in. which is still in that northern part of this tornado warning that has just been issued till right around that 11:45 time frame, where, you know, as of right now, it might be expiring around 11:45 p.m. Might get it, you know, extended a little bit longer. It might start to dissipate a little bit quicker. We'll see how things go, but as of right now, we are looking at a good amount of showers and thunderstorms developing here compared to what it looked like, you know, just a few hours ago, where only a few of them started popping up, but definitely overachieving here all over the states, where we were looking at very small risk of any severe weather. Now, look at all of this. Now, we are starting to see a little bit more of this line developing, maybe closer to a squall line starting to develop out there, with more of the heavier rainfall out there, and of course, maybe some severe potential on the back end once again. Now, this is the only tornado warnings that are issued right now, as of right now in the United States, but of course, things might change any minute now. Any second, things might, you know, show up another tornado, radar indicated tornado out there, or maybe even a confirmed tornado out there. As of right now, we are looking at that severe weather potential continuing. This one's going to expire in the next 2 minutes. This one will be still in effect for at least the next 45 minutes or so. So we are still looking at a long night out there. We're probably going to be here a little bit longer than that, just because now the National Weather Service has actually extended these severe thunderstorm watches into the metro area. Earlier today, even a few hours ago, it was only a couple of counties in the most northwestern parts of the state. So this is definitely overachieving. A lot of moisture, a lot of energy associated with these. So it's probably going to be a long night for us. Let's make sure we are here and ready for any type of severe weather. But a lot of gusty winds out there, right? Especially right about there. Beginning of this is showing a little bit more of those gusty winds out there, a little bit more of that heavier rainfall associated in these colors here, where we see those purple colors, right? That is indicating more of that heavier rainfall. Now, that tornado warning has been issued, has been extended till 11:45 p.m. time frame. So we will continue to track this one, as it looks like it is the only tornado warnings that have been issued, the only supercell that is acting up right now, you know, on that stronger end, where we are looking at a big potential for any severe threats out there, which is continuing and ongoing outside as well. Now, yes, those severe thunderstorm watches have been issued now into our area, into our metro area. Now, this is generally for scattered gusts up to, you know, 70 miles per hour, scattered hail up to 2-inch size possible, and even a couple of tornadoes might be possible till around that 4 a.m. time frame. So things are starting to look a lot more active compared to what was projected and what was indicated even a few hours ago. Now these watches are just continuing to head more and more and more south into our metro area. So definitely going to be a long night out there, but folks, make sure you are really keeping tabs with us, keeping track, watching our live coverage, just because these storms are definitely okay. So now, as we head into 11 p.m., this one severe tornado warning has actually just ended, but now this one's still in effect till 11:45 p.m. time frame. So they're not really structurally developed as you might think out there, right? But does still have that tornado warning in there as well. We are looking at that rotation tracker is showing that potential on that northern side as it continues to head, of course, a little bit more south. That's where we will continue to see this tornado warning in effect till at least that 11:45 p.m. time frame. Now we are looking at more of that rotation, radar indicated rotation, right around Mutual, just south of you as well. I would say right about here, even though it's not showing up, you want to make sure you are also prepared, just because right there, not showing up there right now, but that's also showing some rotation out there ahead of the supercell, like right in the front of the supercell. We are still seeing that rotation out there up in the atmosphere, and that is radar indicated out there. That is why, since some rotation has been indicated by the radars, tornado warning has been issued. Hasn't been verified, you know, we haven't had somebody actually go out there and see this tornado in person. Maybe we have, but as of right now, it has not been confirmed. It is just radar indicated. Treat this absolutely 100% as a tornado is somewhere within your vicinity. You want to make sure you are prepared. Visai, you are finally just on outside of this tornado warning, but just to the east is where we're looking at more of this threat rolling on in. Highway 60 right there into Sestos. You are about to get in on this action very, very shortly. We're talking within seconds, within minutes out there, couple of minutes, where more of this stronger threat will be rolling in. Richmond, you're about to start seeing more of that heavier precipitation rolling in as well. Cester, a little bit more in that northern end, but like I was saying, these severe thunderstorms still have a lot more potential even on the outskirts of these tornado warnings. As we take a look at this reflectivity, you could see that even Chester is still seeing some of these showers and thunderstorms out there in your area. But as of right now, this is the only tornado warning that has been issued in our region, pretty much in the lower 48, in the 48 states here in the United States. In the lower 48, this is, the only tornado warning in effect right now. So we are, of course, keeping tabs on things at least the next 43 minutes or so. We'll see how this continues to develop as we speak. But as of right now, National Weather Service is continuing to show, a little bit more of a threat continuing, for this region, continuing to see these stronger storms out there, and there is broad rotation with these storms. So we'll be watching it very carefully with, all these ingredients really in play here in the atmosphere, a lot more than expected by pretty much everyone out there for tonight into these overnight hours. So as this continues to develop, of course, this action is continuing to pop up here. We are looking at more and more of a threat headed into these overnight hours, even though, projection-wise, the more east these head, the weaker they're going to be. But with these new updates coming in by the minutes as these severe thunderstorm watches continue to get extended more south, I would just treat everything as a dangerous, threat out there into these overnight hours. Now we are looking at pretty decent-sized hail out there. As of right now, we haven't gotten any extreme reports of any massive hail in this region, but as you can see, this is mainly where this bigger hail threat is as we speak right now, wherever these purple colors are. But even on the outskirts of that, even right about there, you're seeing some big hail falling right now. Not extremely large. You're not looking at 2-3 inch hail diameter size, around an inch as of right now, up to 1.5 inches, I would say, with this cell at the moment. But of course, it could just grow in intensity very quickly. Richmond, you are about to get in on some of this severe threat. Sestos, you're about to start seeing all this action right now happening. Highway 60 as well. You are in this tornado warning. If you are on the road, you definitely want to make sure you seek shelter. Nocturnal storms, so overnight storms, that's what nocturnal means, and those are very dangerous, more than twice as deadly as tornadoes that form during the day just because it's nighttime. You might be driving thinking, hey, it's raining, I can't see anything, and then out of nowhere, a tornado might come out of nowhere. At least during the day, you could possibly see that rotation out there. If it's not rain-wrapped, then you might start seeing some of that rotation. Nighttime, a little bit less of a possibility of that. Yes, there's lightning out there, bringing a little bit of light flashes, possibly seeing more of that tornado, but overall though, nocturnal storms extremely dangerous out there. More of that hail threat right about there at the moment as we speak, mainly just south of Mutual right now as we continue to look at this. Now, a little bit more of this hail swath continuing to show up here where there is more of that rotation continuing to show all over the region. Now these red and yellow colors, these red and green colors, we have winds coming towards the radar and winds going away from the radar, which is of course indicating a little bit of that rotation out there that is radar indicated. So kind of curious to see exactly how many of these are going to be confirmed out there in the next day or so after these pass by. But as of right now, we are seeing till right around 11:45 p.m. time frame, we are looking at a lot more of broad rotation out there. And there's, of course, a lot more updates coming on in. But as of right now, we are continuing to see more of this tornado area, continuing to see more of a threat. Now, we are looking at Rogers Mills, close to that Oklahoma, right? We are looking at Rogers Mills County and then down into Beckham, Custer, Washita, and then Dewey. You're still looking at that severe thunderstorm potential in your vicinity right there. This is actually a newer severe thunderstorm warning in effect till right around that 11:45 p.m. time frame. Now, this is generally for that severe thunderstorm that is continuing right now. Overall, though, no rotation with it as of yet. But like I was saying, it is starting to look a lot more developed out there compared to what it was even 30 minutes ago or 45 minutes ago, where it wasn't looking too developed. Now it's really starting to look a little bit more developed. So that is why, of course, as these updates keep coming in, more of these severe thunderstorm watches keep going more and more south. I'm 100% agreeing with that, because these storms are looking like they're just gaining more speed, gaining more, energy in there as well. The hail is getting a little bit more widespread, broad areas of rotation as well with some of these thunderstorms. And this wasn't looking that intense, just an hour ago even. And it was supposed to actually kind of weaken out there the more south and east it got. But actually, to your surprise, a lot more of the ingredients are coming into play all over the region. So that is why we are seeing those extended severe thunderstorm watches down into the metro area. And, well, it's going to be a long night for everyone. But the main thing is making sure you are safe and sound all over the area. Severe thunderstorm warnings, of course, in effect right about there, at least 11:45 p.m. time frame, continuing a little bit more south, around 20 plus miles an hour. Now, this is the only tornado warning as of right now, the only radar indicated tornado warning that we are currently seeing at the moment as we speak. So we will continue to track this, but definitely seeing a good sized hail in that. But definitely seeing the velocity also showing, a lot more of that rotation out there with this one. Seeing a lot more of a risk of more stronger development in this one supercell out there. It's not as developed as we are maybe used to seeing as much, but it doesn't have to be to cause a massive threat out there. Now, there's a lot of hail all over this line of showers and thunderstorms out there. Now, this cell here that we're currently looking at, that severe thunderstorm warning, has a broad, widespread area of hail. Not surprised there, of course. Just kind of how it looked, you could just kind of tell that a lot of hail, a lot of widespread broad hail is in that area once again. But now, yeah, you could just pretty much see how this is continuing to develop, this line here. But the main threat as of right now is this cell here, the supercell that we are currently tracking right now, headed south into Dewey County at the moment as we speak, pretty much crossing right into Dewey County right now at the moment. Sestos, Sealing, you are in this as well. Taloga, you are next in line as well. And then Lenora, you're about to get hit with a little bit more of the stronger parts of the supercell as well. Very, very soon. We're talking within the next probably 20 minutes or so. Now, a lot of lightning associated with these as well, especially right up into close to Cheyenne. Now, Butler, you're about to get hit with a lot more lightning out there. Now, the lightning core is continuing to stretch up north as pretty much squall line is starting to develop out there, getting stronger and stronger out there. The last even 45 minutes, it's really starting to develop out there. But a lot of hail, a lot of lightning, and a lot of thunder associated down there as well. Cheyenne down into Butler as well. And then just stretching all the way up into Canton, Okeen, you are starting to see that as well. Hennessy once again into your area. Watonga, and then Kingfisher, you are about to start seeing a little bit more action in your area. You are starting to see a little bit more of that severe threat in your region as well. Now, flash flood warning still issued up north. This is mainly where these storms, a lot of them, these cells were stationary. They didn't really know what they want to do. They weren't really moving fast at all. Just kept pounding with rain and rain and rain. More rain kept falling. Hail threats, of course, were in the area as well. That's why flash flood warnings are still in effect up in our northwestern parts of the viewing area. Now, all of this is going to bring a good amount of rainfall. We're talking anywhere from half an inch to an inch and a half plus of additional rainfall associated with this as well. A lot of lightning, lots of thunder as well. So don't be going to sleep just because there is still a lot of energy associated with these as well. These, as of right now, doesn't look like they're weakening. It doesn't look like they're showing signs, okay, maybe we should slowly go to sleep there. They're actually getting a bit stronger, opposite end of what even the National Weather Service was thinking just a few hours ago, several hours ago. But of course, we're in Oklahoma. We're used to seeing more severe weather, and we know that anything could happen any time of day, nights, even with a very, very, very low risk of a tornado. Things could transpire a little bit more not in our favor, and that's exactly what's happening out there for tonight. Lots of lightning making its way all the way up north. Pond Creek, you're about to start seeing more of that showers and those thunderstorms, especially those thunderstorms rolling on into your area. And then Enid, same story into Garber area. Hennessy, you're about to start seeing a little bit more of this line, squall line passing on by close to your area once again. So get prepared for those gusty winds, the heavy rainfall, the small hail out there. And of course, tornado risk could be possible once again. The severe thunderstorm watch is in effect till right around 4 a.m. time frame. So they're continuing to head a little bit more and more south. So National Weather Service, everyone's kind of catching on. Hey, maybe this is actually continuing to develop out there into those overnight hours. Canton, you're pretty much on that northern end now, still seeing a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder out there for you. More of that tornado threat right there, close to the ceiling. Right now, headed southeast at right around that 20-mile-per-hour range. And now I'm going to take a little bit more of a closer look in a second here. Yep, still ongoing right now. We're not looking at extreme amounts of lightning and thunder with this supercell. Nothing like what we saw out there just a few hours ago, but of course still has that tornado activity, still has that tornado threat out there. That's why the tornado warnings have been issued all over the region. The hail continuing to be a little bit on the lighter end, and more of that hail continuing to stick around right on that line of those showers and thunderstorms ahead of this tornado warning that has actually been posted and is in effect till right around 11:45 p.m. time frame. But as you can see, yes, there is a lot. Wherever you see those white colors, right, that is indications of a good-sized hail out there. We are looking at those very gusty winds once again. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder out there as well, wherever those white colors are, red colors especially too, but the white colors, that's where we're seeing more of that threat. That's where we're seeing more of that heavy rainfall, those gusty winds out there, a little bit more of that bigger hail outside, potentially over an inch in diameter. And then same story with those gusty winds, and there's always going to be that tornado potential, especially if, boom, just like that tornado threat is right there. So of course, with any of these thunderstorms, we're seeing more tornado possibilities will be occurring out there the next few hours or so. So we are looking at this tornado warning that is continuing to stick around all over the region right now as we speak. Sestos still seeing that tornado warning, and then Tologa still seeing that tornado warning in your area as well. Once again, Sealing, you are seeing that tornado warning still in your region, and then that's going to continue to head a little bit more southeast, right around that 20-mile-per-hour trajectory as we speak right now. Hopefully you folks are safe and sound out there. You know, it's going to be a long night out there. A lot of these storms are really overperforming, so we'll of course be here tracking everything and just tracking this whole thing nonstop as this continues to unfold the next few hours. Hopefully things will start to weaken just a little bit, but as of right now we are still looking at a lot more of a favorable environment for a more formation, for more rotation out there in the atmosphere as we continue to speak about this. And then, yes, we are continuing to see that tornado warning in effect till right around 11:45 p.m. time frame, another at least 30 minutes. We'll see how things sway, if they sway, you know, to more of it getting canceled or more of it getting extended a little bit more to the south. We'll see how things go as we continue to head later and later into those overnight hours. As of right now, big threat, main threats right about there, but that's not the only threat. There's a lot more threats, and that's all the way down here ahead of this supercell out there. Oakwood, you're seeing some pretty good size hail in your area right now. You are seeing, same story into Parallel, you are seeing a lot more of hail potential, that wind potential. You are seeing the heavy rainfall as well in your area. So you're pretty much seeing a lot of action ahead of this tornado warning that is just pretty much to the north and west of your region, north and west of course, Parallel, and of course, Oakwood as well. And same story into Eagle City once again for you. Canton as well, you did see those showers and thunderstorms passing by. Now a little bit more of a lighter rain, but that's just ahead of this tornado warning that is continuing to still show signs of some good energy out there. We are continuing to see more of these white colors, these more pinkish colors showing up there, showing a little bit more of a bigger hail threat, a little bit more heavy rainfall outside as well. Now taking a little bit more of a wider view, look at this. Now another severe thunderstorm warning has been issued out there, and that's in Garfield in Oklahoma right now as we speak. Garfield County, and then southern parts of Grant County, just south of Pond Creek, south of Salt Fork. That's where we're looking at this. Yep, the severe thunderstorm warning that is still currently in effect right now as we are talking. Hillsdale, you are in that severe thunderstorm, about to be out of it, but as of right now, this new severe thunderstorm warning in effect till right around midnight time frame. Now, the severe thunderstorm is for around 60-mile-per-hour winds. We are talking about, generally less than an inch-sized hail, but of course, you know, as we head deeper into the overnight hours, there's still a lot of energy, a lot more to unfold with these storms. It might actually continue to pick up in size for the hail, of course, with this severe thunderstorm warning right there till midnight time frame. Now, it's generally, let's see, let's do a little bit of a closer look here. Okay. Now, yep, it does look like, yeah, Jonah, you're pretty much in the middle of that right now. Meadow Lake Park, you're seeing, you're right in the middle of that. Vance Air Force Base, you are also seeing more chances of showers and thunderstorms. You're pretty much right in the middle of that severe thunderstorm right now as we are currently speaking. But yeah, tornado warning has continued out there. That threat for an ongoing possible tornado on the ground as we speak right now. As of right now, it is that radar indicated tornado, but we will continue to see exactly how this unfolds the next few hours or so. But as of right now, it does look like the hail core with this isn't as large. It is continuing to be on that lower end as we continue to see a little bit more of a, you know, a slower paced moving supercell out there. But like I was saying, not too much hail associated with this supercell here. We're talking generally an inch or less as of right now in diameter for hail size. Still seeing some very heavy rainfall, but as of right now, Cestos, you're pretty much in ground zero right now. You want to make sure you are in your safe spot. You are prepared for this because that tornado warning is in your region, but that the main part of this is in your area right now as we speak. Richmond, you're a little bit more in that northern end, still seeing the heavy rainfall out there, possibly some small hail as well. Anywhere in this vicinity, there might be a tornado, but you are looking at a big threat out there. Hail, not going to be the biggest threat as of right now, generally an inch or less, gusts right up to 60 miles per hour, but that tornado threat is that main worry that I have and that you folks should have as well. Lightning, also not a big concern as well, but I don't know. I do feel like this is going to continue to weaken out there, especially this cell right there. It's not too well developed out there, but as of right now, as we speak right now, it does look like it did actually weaken as I was actually just speaking, but still, tornado warning still in effect for this area right now. Not a lot of lightning, not a lot of thunder associated with this as well. It is still imminent. It is still happening right now, but we've seen a lot more action going on. Still having a tornado warning with this one as well. Cestos, you're pretty much in the sweet spot right now for this supercell in your region right now. Anywhere down south here, you're pretty much seeing this too. This might be even like a minute and a half behind than what it actually is live, because whatever's happening live, it's always a little bit ahead of what the satellites and radars are showing. But of course, if you're anywhere in this area, you're seeing some of the heavier storms rolling on in right now in your region. Richmond, you're starting to get a little bit more on that northern end. Mutual, you're finally out of that tornado warning for you. Still, tornado warning in effect to right around that 11:45 p.m. time frame. For this area here, like we've been speaking, Cestos, you're pretty much in the middle of that right now as we continue to head later and later into these overnight hours. Now, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. It looks like a good amount of lightning, lots of thunder in there as well, good amounts of hail. So there is that potential for even more growth of this line of the showers and thunderstorms out there. As of right now, the main worry is this tornado warning. It hasn't been confirmed, but it doesn't need to be confirmed for us to take this extremely seriously. But look at all of this, all of this, the showers and thunderstorms ahead even of this tornado warning. This line really continuing to develop out there. You know, the last few hours, a couple of hours ago, it was looking, like maybe 1 or 2 different cells out there, but now continuing to develop out there. I do think since the last couple of days, we're kind of underperforming with some of the cells, that a lot more of this energy in the atmosphere, a lot more of these ingredients stayed in play, which makes sense, of course. And that is why today it is really overperforming out there. I'm not surprised now thinking about this, but Cestos, you are right in the middle of that. Taking a little bit of a closer look. Ceiling, you are pretty much seeing more of the stronger parts of the showers and thunderstorms in your area. Lenora, then Talago, you're about to start seeing some of this roll up in your area very, very, very soon. Now taking a look at the hail swath, still seeing a little bit of that hail, good amount of hail, still generally an inch or less in Cestos area. Yep, right about there. As you could see, Now look at all of this hail potential ahead of this tornado warning. This line of showers and thunderstorms, squall line really looking more defined now, really showing more of a potential of that severe weather continuing to stick around all over the area. So I mean, get ready, my friends. You know, this is definitely going to be a little bit more of a longer nights for us, of course. We want to make sure we are safe, better safe than sorry, of course. So we are going to continue to make sure that we keep track on everything. We got to make sure we are safe and sound. Like I said, if you are in this tornado warning, and you know, there are a few severe thunderstorm warnings in effect too. Big areas of severe thunderstorm warnings in our region right now as we speak. Let me pull up this reflectivity. So we are looking at this Garfield County. You are looking at this severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for you. And then pretty much southern parts of Grant County as well for you. That's where that severe thunderstorm warning is in effect right now. Good sized hail, pretty big sized hail, I would say. A little bit over an inch in hail diameter as of right now, 1.25 inches. Now this one as well. This one's in Roger Mills County, and then northern parts of Beckham County as well. And then same story into Custer County. You are seeing this severe thunderstorm warning in effect with a lot of moisture in there, a lot. So we're talking heavy rainfall. We are talking stronger storm potential where there is, you know, that hail threat, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder associated with this ahead of this tornado warning that is still in effect at least the next 22 minutes or so. So we are, of course, continuing to track this development, a little bit more of that rotation track, mainly north of Sestos, but there is that potential more on that southern end as well, where we are looking at more of that threat of course, of that tornado, that rotation that has been indicated as well. Now, overall, though, the bigger hail is, of course, ahead, closer to this, like, I would say, squall line, where we are seeing more of the bigger hail really associated with this. But even on the northern ends, that hail tracker is still showing up as pretty high. So definitely seeing more rotation, seeing more of these stronger storms, heavy rainfall out there. Now, a little bit of a closer look, this velocity is showing these colors, these green, these red colors, which do indicate winds going towards and away from the radars out there. That is another indication for us that, okay, there is at least some rotation out there in the atmosphere, even though, you know, it doesn't have to be a confirmed tornado out there for us to know, hey, this is the real deal. Tornado warning issued, boom, just like that. You want to make sure you're in your safe spot. You want to make sure if you don't have a tornado shelter, you want to make sure you're in the lowest level of your property. If you're in a mobile home, that is a no-go. Mobile properties are a no-go. They are unsafe. They're not safe structures to keep safe, you know, during a tornado. You want to come out of your mobile home, go into a, you know, a structure, an actual structure that has a base, some cement base where you could go in the basement. I know a lot of places in Oklahoma don't have basements. If you don't have a basement, you want to go in the lowest level of your property, tornado shelter. If you don't have one, of course, you want to head into a bathroom, lowest level of your property, a closet even, you know, at least having more rooms, more walls, more doors, you know, between you and the outside. You don't want to be by windows. You don't want to be by your front or back door or anything in that nature, just because that's going to be one of the first things that will blow out if there is a tornado in your area. But there is a tornado warning that is in effect, so we want to make sure we are continuing to track this and continuing to keep all of you folks safe as we continue to head into these overnight hours. Let me see this newest update. So this is continuing to weaken, like we've been saying the last, 20 plus minutes or so, and it has actually weakened to the criteria where this tornado warning is no longer in effect right now. We are just seeing a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect right now. Northern parts of Texas, you are continuing to see these severe thunderstorms out there, mainly heading a little bit more southeast. So that is headed into Oklahoma. Of course, we're going to be here keeping track on things. Now, Cheyenne, you're seeing severe thunderstorm warning for you. A lot of moisture associated with this. So I was looking at this even, last 20 minutes or so, and I was telling you folks, this looked like it had a lot more potential than even that tornado warning supercell out there, where this has just a lot more lightning in there, a lot more thunder, bigger hail, widespread bigger hail out there. Of course, Herring, you're seeing that right now as well. Carpenter, you're about to start seeing some of this hail rolling on in, but this is a widespread hail threat. widespread. We're talking widespread hail all over the area. We're not talking maybe one little area, a couple of miles of hail. We're talking broad area of hail potential. And not looking at anything too extreme at the moment as we speak. But all of these areas, even into Butler, you're about to start getting in on more of the stronger thunderstorm that is rolling in. But as of right now, this tornado warning has been canceled. So we don't have any active tornado warnings as we speak, but we do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect right now. And of course, this line does look pretty good, pretty intense. It does look like there is some possible potential out there, in the next several minutes, the next maybe couple of hours or so. We'll keep tabs on things. And this is the cell that had that tornado warning. It was never really too developed out there, never had that structure that we're usually used to seeing. It just looks a little bit more widespread. As you can see just now, that newest update, it's weakening. It's really weakening out there. It's starting to break apart a little bit more. And that's because more of that front end of this, that squall line structure of these thunderstorms are starting to really take up more of that energy, more of that moisture up, and really starting to starve whatever is behind it. That is why, one of the reasons why this tornado has continued to dissipate out there and is now non-existent. No tornado warnings, not even a severe thunderstorm warning with that, just because most of the energy is now to the south. Most of the energy is ahead of this now. Look at all of this continuing to develop out there, continue to look more impressive. More lightning, more thunder associated with that as well. More hail. Once again, same story. More of a hail threat continuing to be a prominent event, imminent, happening right now. Not only in one little spot, this is happening everywhere, stretching pretty much even wherever these severe thunderstorm warnings are not. I wouldn't be surprised if another severe thunderstorm warning comes up in this area here. Maybe a little bit over, to this area just to the south and east, closer to Thomas, closer to Watonga, where this line is continuing to move on through. It does have a lot of potential right there. So that might be another severe thunderstorm warning that might be popping up very, very soon. As of right now, it doesn't look like there's any tornado warnings out there right now. No confirmed tornadoes. No radar indicated tornadoes as well. As of right now, we do have this one severe thunderstorm warning in effect till right around 11:45 p.m. time frame. Would not be surprised at all if this continues to get extended till at least 12:30 and continues to get extended a little bit more south into Elk City. Get ready for that. Foss, you're probably going to see that severe thunderstorm rolling on in, getting extended to your area. Parkersburg, you're probably going to see that as well. Clinton, Weatherford. If I was you, I would definitely prepare. Bessie as well. Burns Flat, Cordell. If I was in your area, I would definitely be prepared for the severe thunderstorm warning to continue to head south, as this is showing pretty good structure out there. And not surprised that this, that it starved this cell here where the tornado warning was. Not surprised at all, because look at all of this energy. Just look at that. Look at all these colors here. Look at these purples, these blacks, these reds, orange, yellows showing up. A lot of precipitation. Not only that heavy rainfall out there, but we're looking at strong winds out there as well. Very, very strong winds. Potentially hail size. Still not the biggest out there. We're looking at generally around 3/4 of an inch hail diameter, maybe even smaller in a few locations. Overall, though, hail. Widespread hail, not looking at the massive hail sizes as of right now, but we are looking at widespread small hail out there. Heavy rainfall, very heavy rainfall, gusty winds, especially on the front end of that, right? That's where we're looking at more of the gusty winds, really, really situated. Now, another severe thunderstorm warning for you, Garber as well. You're about to start seeing a little bit more action in your area as well. Marshall, once again for you. Billings, you're a little bit outside of the severe thunderstorm. Maybe this one's going to get extended a little bit more to the east as it continues to head, but it's not looking as impressive. This is not looking as impressive as what's going on here and here. A lot more action going on down to the south, just north of Butler. This is your time. Prepare for a severe thunderstorm warning still in your area. This is continuing to head southeast at right around that 15-mile-per-hour range. So at least it has some type of speed, not like, a few hours ago where it was mainly stationary. At least this does have a bit more speed out there. It is moving. It is chuckling along, but wouldn't be surprised if maybe a severe thunderstorm warning gets affected here. And just in general, though, we are going to continue to see a little bit more of a threat out there the next couple of hours at least. Yes, severe thunderstorm watches have been in effect and are in effect till right around 4 a.m. time frame. Let me actually pull that up here real quick just to show you guys exactly what is going on. As of right now, 2 severe thunderstorm warning, the top one in effect till right around midnight, and then this bottom one in effect the next 14 minutes or so. We'll keep an eye on things, see exactly what's going on. Destructive severe thunderstorm warning just in Texas, right over the border of Oklahoma here. So that is another one where we're really going to have to pay attention to, just because it does have that south-southeast trajectory closer to Wheeler right now as we speak in Texas, but that will continue to traject a little bit more into our state, and it does have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning associated with that as well, with the extreme gusty winds out there, massive hail. So this will be another one we have to track here rolling on into the Oklahoma area. Now, real quick before we go back off the air, just because we don't have any more tornado warnings out there, we are continuing to see these severe thunderstorms out there. Now, generally we are looking at a little bit more of that potential. Look at this now. So a little bit of a closer look, right? So up north, midnight time frame, okay, next 28 minutes or so, those are going to expire. But then the more south you go, the longer these are going to be. These are till 4 a.m. As you can see midnight here, but this is where this line is starting to move out of the area and now headed closer to the metro area till 4 a.m. Maybe, yeah, I'd say it's probably going to be passed by well before 4 a.m., but of course, play it safer than sorry. That is why it's extended till 4 a.m., but these will be passing by earlier than 4 a.m., then that's for sure, unless some unforeseen circumstances. But as of right now, it is moving right around that 15, 20-mile-per-hour range, and it does look like it will continue its trajectory down south. So right now, we are looking at this line right there, right there, and that is kind of like this little U, and that is continuing to head more and more closer to that metro area. So we got to get ready for those early morning hours like expected. We were expecting at least some showers and thunderstorms out there by those early morning hours on Friday, definitely overperforming, but of course, we're going to be here. We're going to continue to track these as long as we possibly can and will. But this line will be continuing to move slowly, but still moving at a decent pace, 15, 20 miles per hour, closer to the metro area. As of, look at that. Not surprised. Severe thunderstorm warning just been issued exactly where I was just pointing at, where that stronger threat is continuing to stick around. So yes, there is a lot of potential with these. These are continuing to look pretty well developed out there. Of course, moisture starved, that tornado warning that was just behind it. Not surprised there. A lot more of an active threat. This is going to be that line we're going to have to watch for. Not surprised the severe thunderstorm popped up. I was actually expecting that to happen very, very soon, and that's exactly what happened. As we continue to track it, I just want to do a little bit more of a closer look here. So yes, we are looking at this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect in Blaine County here in Oklahoma, and then same story into the south, eastern parts of Dewey County as well. Now let me look at the National Weather Service, what they're saying about this one. Generally, still not seeing any massive hail out there. Overall, seeing right around that 1-inch hail diameter generally. Now this is for the most part 4 miles south of Eagle City out there, but not seeing a massive hail event out there right now. Generally around a 1-inch hail threat with this one. And then overall, though, we are looking at gusts right around 60, 70 miles per hour. We'll continue to track this the next, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours or so as long as we need to. As of right now, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. No actual tornado warnings as of right now. So we'll, of course, keep you folks posted all night as long as we can. We are just about to go to programming, but we will be back shortly.